Hello everyone, this is Siddharth, and in this video we will be solving another question from the list that I have shared in the starting of this playlist. So if you don't know what we are doing, we are making a playlist on my YouTube channel where I will be solving all those questions which are related to each other, so that we can able to build pattern and able to solve all those questions in the contest as well as in the interview which are related to these concepts intuitively. So I will suggest that you can start solving the question from the hash 1 question that I have shared in the starting of the playlist. You can find it in the description as well, and I have made the full documentation of this playlist on my GitHub account as well. You can check it out uh, with the link that I have put in the description as well. Now let's start solving this question. So here we have given an array and we have given a left bound and right bound, and what we have to do, we have to find all the element in this given original array which are between the range of this left and right value, and they should be continuous, means that should be a sub array. So if any element we will encounter greater than that, then we have to break out from here. So how we can solve this? Let me tell you. So this is our original array, that is 2143 in the first example. So let's take 2 1 then 4 then 3. Then what we can do, we can make two counters. One counter will be counting the full answer, and another counter will be counting the subarray that we will proceed. That is, if we will encounter 2 which is between this 2 and 3, so we will be adding that into our counter, that is 1. We will increment our answer by 1, and then we will move to 4. Sorry, then we will move to 1, then this is also valid answer, so then we will make our answer plus 1. Then this 4 is outside the range. Now what we will do, we as we have I have already told you that we will be using two pointers. First will be counting the global answer, and then again another one will be counting the subarray one. So we will make subarray to 0 here, as we have encountered the element which is greater than this, and we will move on to the next element, because this 4 we don't have to take in our subarray. So what we can do, we can now move on to 3 which is inside this range. So now what we will do, we will again increment this subarray counter by 1. We can increment it, and then we can increment the our full the global answer by this sub area answer. So this will going to be, here we have already incremented the answer by 2, then 1 we will be adding from here, so our final answer will become 3. So this is what we have to do. So if we are encountering smaller values, then we will adding that, otherwise we will removing it. Now this will not able to, like, this method will not able to count the full subarray. So what we can do, we can find all the subarrays using this method which is less than the right bound, and all the subarray which is less than the left bound. So then we will subtract it and return the answer. So this method, what it does, it will count all the subarrays which are less than the left bound, and whose element are less than the left bound and the right bound. Then if we will subtract these two, what we will get, we will get all the subarrays whose all the element are between this left and the right pointer. So this is what we have to do. So let me delete this, and for this obviously we have to define another function. So first let's return it from here. So what we have to return, we have to return, let's name the function as well. So count maximum continuous, or subarray word is enough to set that the element should be continuous. So count maximum subarray, and then we can pass original nums, and then we have to pass the bound as well. So for that, first we will be passing a right bound, then we have to subtract it from the answer that we will get by running this same method with the bound left minus 1, as we have to count all the subarray which contain greater than or equals to left, so that we have to count all the subarray which is less than that, as we have to subtract it. Now we can define this method here, that will going to be public and int. Let's copy paste it from here. So count maximum subarray, sorry, and then we are getting this nums and then bound. So copy paste, and then here we can name it as bound. Now what we can do, we can start traversing into the array that we are getting for int I in nums. Now we will check if this value that we have got if it is less than the bound, is less than or equals to bound, then what we have to do, we have to make two counter as well, that I have already told you. So int count, or we can say global count equals to 0, and then int current count, which will be counting or keeping track of the subarray. So we will be initializing it with 0 as well. Now what we can do, we can increment this current count, we can increment it current count uh, plus plus, and then we can increment our global count by this current count. So global count is equals to plus current count. Okay, so and in the else part, if we have encountered the range which is greater than the bound, then we have to make our current count as 0, as the subarray length will become 0, and we have to freshly start from the next element. So current count should will become equals to 0, and in the last we just have to return this global count. Okay, so now we can try to run this. Hopefully I haven't done any uh, spelling mistake. Let's see. So global count plus is equals to current count. Okay, so there is a spelling mistake. So let's see. Now we can try to run and see. Okay, so all our test cases have been processed. Now we can submit it as well. So we have successfully solved this question. See you in the next video. Bye.